guys, and welcome back to my channel. So as you can see, this is a very small L3 Waxy Wonders haul. I have my invoice right here so I can tell you a little bit. So I paid in total $30 for this. So these little scoops, which is the reason for placing the order, these were $8 each, so 8 times 3. And then the shipping was a padded flat rate envelope. It was $6.50. And then these are samples. So I was not going to place this order. I feel like doesn't every video like start like that? Not even just mine, like, oh, I wasn't going to place an order and then here we are. But I really wasn't. Like, I saw that this was open and I was like, you know what? I don't need it. I don't need it. I just got that shipment from L3 of 5 chunk bags full of custom orders. Like, oh my God, Gatsby is sleeping right now and he looks so cute. Hold on, I have to show you. Oh my goodness. Are you kidding me? You're so handsome. Anyway. Mess. So yeah, I wasn't going to place it because I had just gotten that shipment of customs from L3. And mind you, I actually really have been enjoying those. The throw has been fantastic. And I feel like L3 is kind of hit or miss. Like some people seem to say her stuff throws and some people are like, oh, it doesn't really perform for me. What I've heard pretty consistently though is that her clamshells are not the best throwers, but her scoops actually do throw pretty well. So those are kind of the two that I've heard, and then like the chunks kind of seem to be hit or miss. The chunks have been very hit for me, and I've come to find that the airflow in this house is just, it's odd. I mean, there are some rooms that we don't really use yet that I haven't really tested it out in. And there are some vendors that I've only tried in this house and I haven't tried over in the guest house, but I will be soon. Like for example, Glitterati does not throw in my house at all. Like Glitterati did amazing in my apartment, like totally lived up to the hype. I was like, I can see why everyone loves this. I have not tried Glitterati in the guest house yet, but I can't get it to throw in here, and I've tried it in almost every room. I think I have one more room in this house to test it out in, but even in my bedroom, I'm not getting anything from Glitterati. It's actually really upsetting. So yeah, that's just like not working for me, but L3 is one that has been. L3 has been doing really well. The chunks have been kicking ass. So I had melted from my first custom order. You guys saw that haul with the bags and the pretty chunks. I melted from that, I don't know, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, somewhere in between the time frame of 2 weeks and a month ago, where I believe they were only cured about a month or somewhere around there. And I did it in the bedroom. It was okay. I did 2 cents, I think, back to back in the bedroom, and it wasn't as strong as other chunks I've had from her, which were both sent to me by friends, and I don't know when those pour dates were, so I'm not really sure the, and I'm sorry about my voice. I'm sorry I'm so ADD and all over the place in the video. It's just, I've been like going like crazy today, and I think my brain is just kind of splat and all over the place. But I'm sorry my voice is all ridiculous. This spring has just like killed me. I've been more sick this spring than like I can even remember. I feel like every other week I've been sick. It's like fucking crazy. And I don't know if this is allergies or a cold. I think it's a combination of both, or I think like maybe my allergies have just been so bad that my immunities are shot, or it could be the fact that like this whole past week I've been drinking every day, like just hanging out outside and drinking wine. And typically like when I'm not really eating too healthy, or when I like booze it up too many days in a row, my body is kind of like, fuck you, girl, you need to slow down, and I end up getting sick because like it just throws my immunities off balance. I don't know how we got here. You guys know I ramble. I'm sorry. Anyway, so yeah. So I melted from that custom order however many weeks ago, and it was only in the bedroom. I did 2 of the lavender blends in the bedroom, and I was like, it was okay. It was like a nice soft medium, but it wasn't the strength I was used to from L3. And I didn't change the size. I used like the same size of chunks I usually use, same warmers, like nothing about how I melted it had changed. It just wasn't really as strong. So I said, okay, you know what? Maybe some people are right. Maybe it is hit or miss. Maybe I had a couple hits and now these are the misses. So regardless, I said, you know what? It's only been about a month. Let me put it aside, let it cure a little bit more. And this past week, I did one blend in the bedroom and I did one blend in my family room downstairs, which is like a big, big open room. And it was crazy strong. And yesterday, this cold / allergies, sinus infection, whatever the hell is going on in my respiratory area, all up in my face and my nose, I couldn't really smell. Like 2 days ago, I could not smell anything. And so yesterday, like my nose was still a little off and I put in that L3 chunk and I could smell it crazy strong. Like I had no problem sniffing it out and I was like, holy shit, this is doing amazing. Like it literally wafted into another room. It filled the air. It was amazing. It was amazing. So I definitely think if you are, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm telling you, I'm like a mess over here. The spring, my body does not like it. I hate the spring. Anyway, it did amazing. And I was really blown away. I was really impressed by the throw. And I figured, you know what? This is a vendor that just does really well with the airflow, the setup, and everything about this house. So, Liz, Notorious Liz, had placed a really big scoopable order. Her video is up, so if you haven't watched it, you should definitely check out hers. She got a lot of good scents. One of them I totally copied. And I was like, ooh, those look really good. And then I remember like seeing some videos and some other people, I know Things I Love had mentioned her scoopables are crazy strong. So I said, you know what, let me give them a try. Even though really like I did a Sniff My Tarts custom order this month. I just did the L3 custom. Like I really didn't need this order, but I wanted to try her scoopables. So I said, I'm just gonna do it. And that's how we're getting here, like 10 minutes in of rambling. Sorry. Anyway, we'll get into those. I'll do the samples first. And I know it's going to be crinkly, it's going to make noise, but I wanted to keep the bag in this because isn't this so cute? Like the little primary color star bag. I mean, this is just how it was in the envelope. I opened it up and this was like the first thing I saw and I was like, oh my God, this is so fun. I'm going to try. So I noticed, I think it was like my Tiffany candle video, I don't remember, but I was like watching it back and I typically will like pull my hand away to like uncrinkle a bag, but I didn't realize, I guess I was doing it like right here, like right next to the phone, and the microphone, like the crinkles were so loud, you couldn't even hear me talk over it. So I'm trying to like spin around and like hold this behind my back and open it. So here's it. I think this bag is so cute. Like, I love this. I think it's adorable. There's a little twisty tie. So I did get 3 samples, which is super generous because this order was on the smaller side. So I was like, wow, that's actually a lot of samples. So this first one here is Monkey Farts, and this is like a tropical banana-y blend. But to me, this just smells like straight up Runts banana. No, not Runts, Laffy Taffy banana. It's straight up Laffy Taffy. That's what this is. Like if you've ever, actually the Laffy Taffy is like exactly this color. That like yellow. At least that's what it smells like right now. Like full disclosure, my nose is definitely still a little off. I really have no place making this video since all these scents are new to me. So it's not even like I can go off scent memory and like describe it from what I smelled when my nose was fully functioning. Like no, my nose is like, I think it's like 40 to 50% there. Like it's almost there, kind of, not really. I actually have my warmers warming up now. I'm gonna melt some wax today and see if I can smell it. This is Dreamcatcher. I have no idea what the scent notes for this are. But it smells like soap to me, like a fancy schmancy soap. A little like grandma soap dish-ish to me. Let me see, I'm gonna pull up the L3 website and I wanna see if I can find Dreamcatcher because I'm really curious to know what the scent notes in this are and see why it's smelling soapy to me. And I think it will help to have scent notes since I can't smell for shit. All right, apparently she doesn't have a search function. I thought she did. All right, let's just look up scent descriptions then. Oh, Safari cannot open the page. Well, that's not helpful. Oh, here we go. My Wi-Fi just, it goes in and out sometimes. Let's try this again. I'm sorry, I really want to know what this scent is. All right. Thank goodness her scent list is in alphabetical order. That makes this all so much easier. And I see everything but Dreamcatcher. I see Dreamsicle. Dreamcatcher is not there. All right, but she has like 2 scent lists. So this is just scent descriptions. Now I'm gonna go to house blends. So those are like the 2 that she has. So maybe Dreamcatcher is a house blend. And house blends are usually like 3 or 4 scents blended together. Oh my God, so many. All right, there's Dreamweaver. Dreamweaver is lavender cream sugar cookie dough bread. I don't think that's this one. But at the same time, like, I mean, it could be lavender cream because sometimes like lavender can smell soapy and it can smell like an old lady's soap dish. So maybe it is lavender cream. I don't know, but I'm not crazy about it. It also kind of smells a little floral, like floral fresh, but there is definitely something floral in here. Maybe like a gardenia, like a fresher floral, but I'm not super duper crazy about this one. I will probably, these both will probably be passed on to a friend because they're just, I don't know, I can't really do it. Pink lemonade though, I actually really did like when I smelled this the other day. It's got a little bit of that tart, a little bit of that BO note, but that's really only in the bag. I don't really get that when I smell the wax. And when I say BO note, I mean, if you've ever smelled like Yankee Candle's Bahama Mama, or I think it's like Tropical Martini or something. Like some people just smell fruity deliciousness and some people get like a hint of like armpit. It's one of those like polarizing scent notes. So there's something really similar about this, but fortunately it's not super strong. And it's just the bag that smells like that. This little wax melt does not. This smells like, it smells like that frozen lemonade. Like, you know, when you can get the Minute Maid in a can in the frozen section. If you could imagine that without the sugar. It's not very sweet. It's like, it's very tart. It's just kind of like tart, like a tart frozen lemonade drink, like without the sweetness and the sugar. So let's get into my scoops now that I've been rambling for way too fucking long. This first one I got is the one that I got because of Liz. So I've said this before, you've seen my other videos. My Poor Girls makes this scent called Barbershop Reconcile, and it's a blend of her barbershop scent, which is, I'm not sure. So I kind of realized when I was making this order that there are 2 different shaving cream scents. So there's shave cream, which is shaving cream, like a can of Barbasol. For some vendors, it can be a little bit powdery, but for some it's not. It's just that straight like Barbasol shaving cream scent. And then there's aftershave, and aftershave is more like sexy, fresh man out of the shower. And when I smell Barbershop Reconcile, it actually smells like a combination of both of them. And if I could redo this blend, I think I would do shaving cream and aftershave and oh my God, olive, which is the olive branch. But again, I said this in my last custom order and I ended up just doing the same thing again, but I'm like, this is what you get when you try to rip off another vendor's scent. Like, it's not gonna be exactly the same. You can't expect it to be exactly the same, and you may not like it. You may, or you know, you may not. I smelled this the other day when I had a cold, and it was more like I was just so anticipating this to smell just like Barbershop Reconcile, even though I knew it wouldn't, because I feel like Poor Girls has an undertone where like all of her wax kind of has this similar like fresh creaminess to it, and like that's what this is missing, but it's still a really, really good scent. To me, it's a little bit heavier on the olive branch, which is a Lush dupe, and it's a really, really pretty fresh scent. So this is this dark like forest green. I actually think this green is gorgeous. So there it is. I was rubbing it with my finger. It is so shower fresh. I love it. It is not, and Liz was like, oh, it's similar. Liz, maybe it's my allergies and my cold that's messing up my nose, but I am not picking up the similarity at all. But it is a gorgeous scent. This is going to be an odd way to describe a wax melt, but to me, this smells like a blend of both a sexy man getting out of the shower and like a very pretty, like, girl next door, just like clean, pretty girl getting out of the shower. Like, it's not a sexy feminine scent. It's like a fresh girl next door, like pretty girl, clean type of scent, if that makes sense. And that's kind of what it smells like to me, like a combination of those two, like, ideas of a person getting out of a shower. It's definitely a really interesting and beautiful blend between masculine and feminine, but while also being shower fresh and beautiful. If you like spa scents, if you like fresh scents, if you like watery scents, if you like a little bit cologne-y, not really cologne-y, more like fresh man out of the shower. And it's not perfumey in any way. It's really just like, I don't know, you know, like, I don't know, like when a girl gets out of the shower, like, I'm trying to think of like myself, or like, you know, when you're at the gym and you go into a shower after someone else, or like someone just got out of the shower and they walk past you and you smell like, just like that cleanliness and like a little bit of conditioner, like that's, it's just beautiful. It's really, really, really nice. It is so fresh. I feel like this is going to be a perfect scent like year round for the bathroom, or if you just want your home to smell really clean. But then I also feel like this is going to be phenomenal like in the dead of summer when it's so hot out and like you can't even burn a candle, you just want like cool, refreshing, clean. Like if I you know, I say this a lot, sometimes scents are like warm or cool to me. This is very, very cool, very clean and refreshing, but this is amazing. I really like this one. I actually, even though it's so not what I imagined it to be, it's not what I was going for, I would order it again because it is such a beautiful scent. And next is ginger ale blackberry mango, and here I am ripping off another vendor again. I am just not creative when it comes to blending scents. I don't know, I get like so ADD, I can't look at like the scent list, I'm like, I don't know what's gonna go together. Like, let me just think of a blend from another vendor that either I like or I haven't tried that sounds good. So ginger ale blackberry and mango is a vintage chic scent. I don't remember which one or what it's called because I've never even had it. I just remember seeing it in like people's videos and being like, yeah, that sounds good. So yeah, that's how I came up with this idea. I mean, obviously I didn't come up with this. That's where I stole this blend from. But yeah, this is awesome. And another thing too is I really wanted to try a ginger ale scent because I really have just been doing like fizzy pop and I've been loving it. And then Liz had sent me cold ginger ale from Lake Providence Lodge. And I was like, oh my God, this is so good. And I was like, is ginger ale and fizzy pop, are they going to be different? And they are, but I don't know. I really like them both. Ginger ale doesn't have as much of that like nose tingling effervescence that fizzy pop has, and it's not so much like your lemony, limey type fizzy, but it's like in the same family. I don't know. I feel like ginger ale is like fizzy pop's sophisticated older sister. So, and honestly, this like smelling this makes my mouth water because this smells exactly like this description. It truly smells like a blackberry mango ginger ale. Like it smells like ginger ale. Like you know what that soda smells like if you've ever had it, and it is spot on to ginger ale. But then it smells like if you like, you know how they make Shirley Temple, they put like the cherry syrup in with the ginger ale. This is like if there was blackberry and mango syrup like in with the ginger ale to flavor it. That's exactly what this smells like so summery and so fruity and fizzy. I just can't get over like how exactly much this smells like a soda. Like this really just smells like a flavored ginger ale. Or like, remember when Sprite came out with like the Sprite remix, or even like Mountain Dew had like a, I don't know, like a berry Mountain Dew or like a flavored Mountain Dew. Like that's what this smells like. It really truly smells like a flavored ginger ale. It's like so spot on to soda. I thought I heard something. Obviously not, because if there was a sound, Gatsby would be barking. My little guard dog. And then this one, Salty Sea Air Toasted Marshmallow. Again, I just ripped this one off of Sassy Girl Aroma. So she has a lot of like Salty Sea Air and marshmallow type blends. And I was like, yeah, I'm here now. I'm in the L3 website, so I'm just gonna add that into my cart and do the same thing. So I was a little like nervous about this one because I've had like Salty Sea Air in blends, and I guess like I get caught up in the hype. Everyone's always like, oh, Salty Sea Air, it's so good, it's so good, it's so good. But to me, Salty Sea Air just always smells like Jaws to me. Like, I guess because I think Salty Sea Air is in Jaws, but it just, every time I blend Salty Sea Air with something, it just smells like Jaws to me. And I don't know if anyone out there feels the same, but Salty Sea Air just, it's just Jaws. So I was like, am I gonna mix this? Like, I wanted this to smell like beachy and toasted marshmallows, like a bonfire on the beach. Now he's barking. What is it? Oh my god, I have no idea. It could be a deer. Anyway, I wanted this to smell like a bonfire on the beach. Like that's really what I was going for. And I was like, oh, but is it gonna smell like Jaws? Which isn't a bad thing. I mean, I love Jaws, but Jaws and toasted marshmallow is not gonna smell like a bonfire on the beach. So I think my mistake here is that I don't think Salty Sea Air is like as beachy as I always think it is. Like I see this Salty Sea Air and I think that like crisp, dry, like ocean air, salty, beachy type scent, like a Yankee Candle sun and sand, which is really what I kind of wanted this to smell like, was like a sun and sand type of vibe mixed with marshmallow fireside. Like that's what my nose was craving. That's what I wanted from this blend. And that's not really what this is. This really just does smell like creamy Jaws. It smells like creamy Jaws. So the one thing, and maybe I should have just done like a marshmallow fireside dupe. I don't think L3's toasted marshmallow is like very toasty. Like I want more of that like marshmallow fireside, like burnt bonfire note in this. And to me, I just really smell that like Jaws type of note, which I'm saying is Salty Sea Air. I may be wrong, but this smells to me like Jaws with like an underlying like creaminess. And L3's marshmallow does come out more when it's melted, but the blend that I have that has toasted marshmallow in it, it doesn't really smell toasty. It kind of just smells like warm, like gooey marshmallows, but not that like bonfire type smell. So if anyone out there knows of a scent that smells like Yankee Candles, sun and sand mixed with Bath & Body Works marshmallow fireside, you must let me know, because that is what I'm craving. I need that scent before summer is over. I don't know where to find it. I don't know who makes something like that, but like I need it in my life. This is not it, but this is really, really good. And I do think this will be great in the summer. It'll be really good mixed with Jaws. It'll be good mixed with like a marshmallow scent. You would probably even mix this with like fruity or lavenders. It's a really pretty scent. I have something specific in mind, and I don't know where to find it or how to like custom blend it myself. Like I've got to figure that out. But this is not it. So anyway, that is my L3 custom order, and I'm sorry I ramble so much. I guess I'm just feeling talkative today. So yeah, that is that. Thank you guys so much for watching. And oh, I should probably say what my favorite is. I like them all. And I'm sorry if these videos kind of come off. I feel like sometimes it may seem like I don't like these, but that's not the case at all. I actually really love all three of these scents. It's just that I ordered them expecting one thing and they were something else. And I think if I just didn't have the expectations of what I thought they were gonna smell like, and I got these like just reading the name and being like, okay, I'm gonna get these, I would be like, wow, these smell amazing. But it's just because it's like, oh, I thought it was gonna be one thing and then it's not. But like, push that aside, these are incredible and I love them and they're great. And actually all three of these I would probably even order again. My favorite though is a tie between these two. I don't know if it's the ginger ale or this one because they're both so different, and these are like 2 cents. Like I would have to be in the mood for one or the other, so it's like hard to compare the two. And then this is good, but I think the reason why I'm not like so head over heels for like the salty sea air scents is because they always just kind of smell like Jaws, and like, but not as good. You know what I mean? Like Super Tarts Jaws is like one of my number one all-time favorite scents. And when I smell blends that are like similar to it but different, I'm like, you know what? I would rather just have Jaws. But that's just me. So anyway, that's that. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.